Special news bulletin just coming in. We have a special news report coming in. Special news report coming in. We want to interrupt your program, so stay tuned for the special report. Gentlemen, it's been reported that Jesus Christ is no longer in the tomb. He has risen, or has somebody taken his body? The answers will be discovered later on today, but we have eyewitnesses' accounts of what's been said and what's been told so far. And the report is, yes, the body of Jesus is no longer in the tomb. No longer is the body is in the tomb. They said that two ladies were up where this tomb was. And those two ladies was Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Mary Magdalene. And the report said that both noticed something strange that day. An angel appeared to them and said, the one you are looking for, Jesus, is no longer here. The one you are looking for, Jesus, has been risen. Go and tell the disciples of the good news. Go now and tell the disciples of the good news. And the reports are still coming in. As I heard, someone said, the disciples have been told Jesus Christ has been risen, and he was stopping by their place any day, any minute now. Who is that Jesus that we witnessed his death on the cross 3 days ago? Many called him a prophet. Many called him a great teacher. Now we can see he is God's only begotten Son. Yes, Jesus had been raised from the dead. Just as Lazarus was raised from the dead, Jesus also was raised from the dead. Unlike Lazarus, he was still in his mortal body, but Jesus himself is now in his glorified body. People are amazed about the resurrection of Jesus Christ, as well as some of his disciples. It was reported that Thomas that is doubting that Jesus has really come back. And what was told by witnesses, Thomas said, unless I see the nail holes in your hands and see and look at the wound in your side, until I see that, I will not believe. Yes, Thomas, he did have some doubts that Jesus was alive, but Jesus is alive and well. Some more breaking news I just heard, that reports have gone through the town. The soldiers were obeyed by the priests to tell the people that the disciples took Jesus' body. That's not so. We have eyewitnesses accounts of people that have seen, that have talked, that have walked with Jesus along the way. Yes, Jesus has been seen. The risen Christ has been seen in the city, in the streets, and all over throughout this land. Yes, Jesus Christ is risen. He's risen from the dead. As the word says, as many receive him, to them give he the power to become children of God, to them that believe on his name. Jesus said, come, all these that are weary and heavy laden, I will give you rest. Again, the good news is Jesus is alive and well. He's been risen from the dead. Not as we used to see him, but we see him now in his glorified state. Just let Jesus come into your life today, so that he can be your Lord and Savior. And more news will continue, more reports will continue. But the latest news is that Jesus Christ has risen from the dead. Jesus Christ has risen from the dead, and he's no longer in the tomb. He's alive and well. So this concludes the special report. Now back to your regular programming.